Hello guys, my name is Destery and welcome back to What the Fuck 5. Before we get into today's video, I'd like to thank our new sponsor. Weird green juice that looks like Shrek's pee being drunk out of a glass. My god, this is bad. Thank you so much to Louis Jackson for the topic of this week's video. And if you'd like to leave your own suggestion for a future What the Fuck 5 episode, make sure to leave those in the comments down below. But that's it for today's video. We count down the top 5 dumbest trends of all time. Number 1. Beanie Babies. So I'm sure there's a few millennials watching this video that are rolling their eyes right now, remembering back to a time when Beanie Babies were a thing. And for those of you who maybe don't remember it, it was essentially a worldwide craze where everyone was collecting stuffed bears for some reason. There was really no reason behind the craze of Beanie Babies except for that most people believed because they were collectible, one day they would be worth millions. But here we are 20 years later and they're essentially worth about $5 each. But it wasn't just Beanie Babies that everyone seemed to be freaking out about, as it was around this time that Furbies also became a thing, which were basically demonic-looking talking robots that were honestly the shit of nightmares. In the early 2000s, even more stupid toy trends went viral, including troll dolls, Polly Pockets, those weird robotic talking dog things, Razor scooters, and even the Razor phone that everyone and their fucking mothers seemed to own at the time. And of course, the more recent craze has been centered around the fidget spinner, which, don't get me wrong, is a trend. I know you might be like, no way, Destry, I'm gonna be 83 one day and still rocking the fidget spinner. Yeah, okay. So just keep in mind, while you might be tempted to buy a titload of something because it's super in right now, just know, like all of my hopes and dreams, eventually they'll all die down and you'll be real sad about it. Number 2, the fire challenge. So this one really encompasses just all internet challenges because they're all stupid. You know, aside from the ones that actually help to cause, like the ice bucket challenges, all of them are pretty dumb. And really, while we could sit here and sift through all of them and grade how dumb they are, from the Kylie Jenner lip challenge where you cut off circulation to your lips in a shot glass to get big lips, to the Charlie challenge where the main goal was to summon a Mexican demon, to the several challenges that were just massive health hazards like the gallon of milk challenge, the salt and ice challenge, the condom challenge, and of course the wildly popular cinnamon challenge, which actually left a few people in the hospital because of it. Seriously, look it up, it's fucking crazy. But none were more idiotic than the fire challenge, which the main goal of the entire thing was to light yourself on fire for no reason, just to do it. There was no like, let's set ourselves on fire for charity, which is stupid even then. But no, this was like, hey, you know what'd be fun? To light myself on fire for the internet. Yeah, internet quick quiz. Which would you rather have? Memes or a body free of third-degree burns? If you even had to think about your answer, chances are you need a break from the internet. Number 3, MySpace. Oh god, fucking MySpace. So apart from being a giant part of my life in the late 2000s with my cringeworthy phase of Destry Demonic, you can never kill Destry Demonic, I will seriously never live that down. MySpace was a hugely popular website from around 2005 to 2012, where it seemed like every one of its 75.9 million visitors a month were all trapped in their emo phase. The site became a platform that saw the rise of a ton of creators on both YouTube and in the music industry, and then suddenly died around 2012 when everyone was disappointed in the site's new direction and joined the new and exciting Facebook with all of its super fun, intuitive new features, which I can't seem to think of a single one of those features, but they're there. I just feel so bad for the generation of people growing up right now that won't know what it feels like to log into MySpace and see this. Oh, baby. I miss you, MySpace. Come back to me! Why did you leave? I'm a really ugly crier, sorry. But again, MySpace wasn't the only trendy website, as throughout the internet age's long and questionable reign, other sites like Formspring, Daily Booth, and MSN Messenger, which for you millennials out there, this one's for you. Yeah. Oh god. The feels! And of course the website which we all dearly miss is the actually good YouTube, where people could upload whatever they wanted and there was a cool rating system and people didn't get their videos demonetized every time they uploaded a video. The shade though. Number 4, rotting teeth. So I was looking up the trends from the last few decades for this video and I was like, I wonder if there's any trends from like way back in the day that people did and that were just really stupid. And as it so happens, there is. As in the 1500s in England, it became a trend to have black teeth. This is 100% real. So apparently how this started is that the queen during the time, Queen Elizabeth, had consumed so much sugar that her teeth actually started to rot out of her skull. And for whatever reason, the rest of society decided to glorify the rotting of her teeth and started rotting out their own teeth as well. Oh. That's disgusting. But hey, this was an era without toothbrushes or toothpaste, so you gotta imagine that your choices of dental hygiene were pretty limited. Hello, how are you? Well, your breath didn't completely rot my skin off my bones, so hey, you wanna have sex? And as weird as that is, it was actually reported in the 1800s that the disease tuberculosis also became a trend, as it was considered a beautifully artistic way to die, and there was a fashion trend where people would pale their skin as much as they could and then get dangerously skinny to look like they had tuberculosis. Even worse is that some people actually tried to deliberately contract the disease to live out the quote artistically beautiful death they said it was. What the fuck? And finally at number 5, clothing trends. So I kind of grouped this one together because there really wasn't one specific trend out of the hundreds of dumb trends that I've seen in the fashion industry that have stood out to me. And as ever evolving as the fashion industry is, I'm sure you can remember back to a time where maybe you dressed a certain way or you did your hair in a certain fashionable style, and now you look back on it and are like, what the hell was I thinking? For me, it was when I was in 8th grade, and for some reason I thought it was awesome to have orange gangster pants with a matching orange vest, puka shell necklaces, and etny shoes with no laces, while my hair was spiked up but only in the front and with blonde highlights. What's that? You wanna see a picture? Luckily, all of those images have been burned by me, so luckily no one will ever have to see that. But if I do find one that isn't ashes in my mom's fireplace, I'll make sure to let you know. So yes, throughout the years there's been a lot of dumb fashion trends, from the people wearing Crocs, which were those neon foam clogs that had holes in them that were essentially the universal sign that someone had given up on life. The Ugg boot trend, which looked like space boots for basic bitches. There was of course the silly band trend, where everyone was wearing those weird like band things, and I think they meant different sexual things. I don't know, maybe that was just in my school, but I swear I was like, Tiffany's wearing black bands, man. You know what that means? She's down with the freaky stuff. There was a trend in the 1920s where women started dyeing their hair black, cutting it short, wearing kind of more sexy dresses, and smoking from those weird long cigarette thingies. I don't know why, but I always thought the 1920s flapper girls were just so banging. I'm sorry, I'm weird, but damn. This was also the same kind of era where dudes started getting attracted to girls' calf muscles for some reason. Yeah, you know how like now it's like, ooh, the booty, or ooh, those titties. Back then it was like, oh damn, those calf muscles. Yeah, I don't know. Again, pretty weird trend. In the early 2000s, there was a trend for some reason to wear baggy pants that sagged literally below your ass crack and it just looked like you pooped yourself 24/7. There was a trend from the 80s to around the mid 90s where girls just wore their pants way too high. Like, way too high. Which, if you're a fan of camel toe, Merry Christmas, I guess, but that cannot be comfortable. Anyways, that is it for this episode of What the Fuck 5. Hopefully you guys had a jolly old time going down memory lane. My question today for you guys is, what is the worst trend that you've ever been a part of? Let me know in the comments down below. Before you guys go, make sure to check out my newest video on my channel, which is a reaction video to all of my old videos. And there's actually a really golden video of Shane and I's first ever collab video that we did that you guys would absolutely love. So check that video out in the description down below. But that's it, guys. I will see you next time for another What the Fuck 5. Thanks for watching, and fair winds.